Alright, hey there, Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, back for another Prox guide of Phantom Hourglass. If you did miss out during the last one, well, we just went and completed off with the ghost ship, had to battle out with the sisters that were in that said type of ship, and from there we did go and meet up with Statue Tetra, and we don't really know exactly per se on how we're going to be able to go and cure her type of petrifying issue there, so hopefully at some point we'll get to figure all of that stuff out, and we'll get to see Tetra back to normal at some point. But here we are now all the way over at Zeus's Island. This is a main staple type of part that we are going to have to do before heading all the way into our time of the said Temple of the Ocean King again for another said return. And we're going to have to learn for a new type of symbol that is going to be for the said Triforce. So you want to make sure that you do it in one fell stroke, because there's no missing out on that, or else you will have to go and do it again and again. And I just went and figured out is that there is an attempt type of maximum limit of how many times that you could go and do the said type of Triforce thing, because at some point if you keep on doing it over and over again, the game will actually potentially kick you out of the said way of doing the attempts of on that said red door, so you want to be a little bit careful for it. And that's why that here in Zeus's Island is that they actually do give you a little bit of a nice good instructional guide somewhat of how you can actually go and create out with the said type of Triforce that's going to be here. And now for right here, before heading all the way over to Zeus's house, we are going to be looking out for a said type of treasure chart. Now, if you ever did go and check around within that said type of slate that was around within Zeus's Island, it would say something about two lines intersecting with each other. And you just have to go and I think look for like different rocks or something like that, and you have to just kind of just connect them around within the said type of lines that you make. And then you should be able to just go and find the chart right there. So here's Zeus right there, and here is also with this type of instructional guide, just to kind of at least somewhat help you out with all that. I'm going to skip through most of what Zeus is going to say, but only go through the important stuff. So he actually went and talked about with some sort of phantom sword, and we're going to have to find different type of materials that we're going to have to give to Zeus. And this is going to be the next type of continuation part where there is going to be another few different other type of places to go to. And at some point, we are going to have to meet up with the said Gorons. And I know that back in Wind Waker, we never really got to see an actual said Goron all that too much. I know that they were normally there just for like a side quest type of thing of just like delivering different flowers and whatnot. But here within this game, we actually do get to see, well, for right now, with the said type of Gorons later. And actually do get to see at least some bit of a village that is actually going on within the said Gorons. So here we go. Let's head on way back over here to the Temple of the Ocean King. And yeah, this is where we're going to be meeting up with the most annoying enemies by far in the Ocean King Temple. That is going to happen right here. And that is going to be known as the Swift Phantoms. These guys are absolutely the most annoying type of enemies in this game. And just be very careful, because if you ever do go and actually spot one of them out, they will chase you so fast that they are going to literally catch up to you, and you will lose a lot of time. And I remember when I went and first played throughout here in Phantom Hourglass before, this was one of the most difficult, challenging type of midway checkpoints throughout this temple that I actually had an issue with. And speaking about that, throughout this Prox guide, for what we're going to be having to go through within this whole entire guide, I also had a little bit of some problems as well, because I literally lost on my very first attempt throughout here. I thought I did somewhat relatively good, but I guess I did not do as well as I planned out to be. Now, if you guys do go and see, since we actually do have Leaf still around with us for the time being, our power's a little bit better. We can actually do back-at hits, I think, at this point in time with said Phantoms. So if you ever do want to go and actually try to stun one of them, I believe we can go and do that. I don't know if it's just from a regular sword, like before getting Leaf, but we can go and do it now if you ever do want to go and hit some of the blue Phantoms that are around. And I think arrows actually do pretty well too with some of the other different Phantoms that are here. So if you ever do want to go and make sure that you are very well prepared throughout most of this from all of those different red Swift Phantoms that are going to be there. Arrows are going to help you out for a majority of what this whole area is going to be. So you want to make sure they at least keep all the time that you're going to have within this particular part, because if you run out, you're going to get absolutely messed up, because not only do we have Swift Phantoms to deal with, but this game is also going to even be more of a problem, because we are going to have to look for all these different type of, I guess those type of shards that we went and originally saw before, back around within like the whole Temple of Courage and stuff. Basically, that whole Temple of Courage, from all those different like shard piece collecting and everything that we've been seeing from before, is normally as somewhat of like a tutorial dungeon in a way, because now we are actually going to have to put all of this to the test now. And make sure that when you're going throughout this part of the said dungeon exploration throughout this here, you want to make sure that you go and talk to every single one of these skeletons, because the more hints that you'll get, the better it is that you'll have a little bit of a nicer time on trying to figure out exactly what you need to do. So I know that at some point around over here, we are going to have to talk to one said type of guy, and he's actually going to bring us something up with a said type of circle pedestal. So if we ever do find one of those said type of crystal shard type of pieces, or whatever those objects are going to be for a set type of circle symbol, we'll have to make sure that we have to go and place it on around over here into this type of particular instance around over here in this area soon. And now there is going to be a triangle piece as well, and then there's also going to be a square piece. The triangle piece is actually located around within some sort of bombable area, but we haven't really seen it yet. But there is going to be a hidden bridge that is around over here, and you may probably get to see it around within one of your times for when one of the Phantoms decides to walk along onto it here. I know that when I first played throughout my time of this area, I know that I got myself a little bit lost, because I didn't really know that there was a hidden bridge that was around within this area. And the one thing that you're going to have a really massive hard type of problem is that the floors. The floors are actually going to be a major issue. Because with those type of Swift Phantoms that are going to be there, they will actually go and hear you walking alongside on those type of blue tile platforms. Same with the regular Phantoms as well. So whenever you go and start walking around on some of those type of tiles where it kind of has like a little chime to them, be a little bit careful. Because the more times that you keep on walking around on there, that's when they'll hear you right away. Alright, so there we go. So we're going to place one of the first of many of those said type of circle symbols there. And we're going to have to go and head down just a little bit more down below into one of these said parts here too. Alright. Now, this is where the most annoying situation is going to happen here, because now, since I'm already out of time, unfortunately, I'm going to have to go and use one of my special type of potions, and that's what we're going to have to do right now, is drinking up our restore type of potion here, the purple one. I wanted to keep this one just to make sure, but let's go a little bit more into our way. So we got ourselves a little bit of a geyser there. That can also help you out in some instances too, because we are going to have to walk up on some of these different ledges later, where we are going to have to pick up on some of the different pieces, and we are going to have to do some jumping around from the other different Phantoms. So coming around through this way, this is where we can go and get ourselves with a triangle piece. And you may possibly want to go and maybe mark that on your map there for the square piece, but again, I don't think we really do need that all that much. So for right now, we're just going to keep on continuing onwards for what we need to do here at this point. Alright, so let's just go and get a little bit up around over here. Watch out for the blue Phantom that's going to be up around this way. So yeah, if you do see like this type of like purplish type of hue around your body, that means basically the curse has already went and happened. And you're going to start losing out on health like every so often, which that's not all that too great. Yeah, so just have to walk very, 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 like, carefully around, because we're losing out, like, so much hearts. I could probably go and use up the other potion that I wanted to, but I don't actually go and do that until, like, my second attempt. But here we go. We're just going to make it into the other little safe spot right there before another Swift Phantom tries to see us. Uh-oh. Yeah, that was a horrible spot to be at, and I think we're going to get ourselves with a game over. Ouch. Yeah. That's our first game over of that time as well, too. But anyways, here we go. We're going to run right on into with the triangle piece. We're going to finally place it into that type of pedestal there. Now, there is a said type of chest that went and popped up there. I don't really know exactly how we're going to be able to grab that, but I believe that is for another set type of, I want to say another type of spirit gem that we're going to have to pick up with later. So we'll have to come back to that soon. So, this is where we're going to be meeting up with some new enemies. These are the Wizrobes. I don't know why that these guys are actually known as Wizrobes here, because they look nothing like how they are within the other games, but... Because, like, I know that in Wind Waker, like, the Wizrobes actually look pretty cool, but for some reason here in Phantom Hourglass, they, like, completely changed them around, or something like that. Alright, so, let's just go and just make sure that, we get on out of there for now. Yeah, because those set enemies, they are like a major problem. And they would like to go and try to slash up your time too. And there we go. So we at least got ourselves with almost all the different pieces there. And I think by now we should be able to go and place them all into these other said different pedestals there, and that will open up for the next door, which that should actually lead us right into the sea chart as well. And with that being said in mind, guys, we're going to go and end off with the episode for today. We just went and got ourselves now with the sea chart here, so thank you guys so much for watching, and have yourself with a good one, and of course, peace.